as black men age, their desirability increases. Thus, their optionality of women is always expanding. And the exact opposite is true for black women. As we age, doesn't matter how much money we accumulate, our degrees or professional accolades, the reality is that our marriage and partnership market value is depreciating with every passing year.
What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? This is your man, Brandon Gio, one half of Residualimpact. And yo, I just had to tap in real quick because, as some of you guys may have seen already, there's been a lot of talk going on today regarding getting your MRS degree while working on your bachelor's or your master's degree. Let me explain. So this has been a conversation that's been going on for years, some of which has really been taking place in the manosphere. And also I've seen it on TikTok to where a lot of people of the Caucasian community, so to speak, have really been talking about this for years because this is what they're taught growing up, mainly the women. Now, for those of you guys who didn't see, Eboni K. Williams recently went viral for making a statement regarding how some black women need to focus on getting their MRS degree while working on their actual degrees in school if they valued marriage. Now, some of us may not know who Eboni K. Williams is, but some of us might have seen her or might remember her from a video that went viral about 4 or 5 months ago.
Would you date a bus driver? Would you date
if he owns the bus? If he owns it. If he owns the bus.
See, that's a problem. That's a problem.
Now, one thing that I've noticed typically with older women, and this is definitely no shade to any older women at all who are out there who may watch this video, who may stumble across this video. There's no shade to y'all at all. But one thing that I've noticed recently with a lot of older women, especially sharing their views on TikTok or Instagram or Facebook or whatever the case may be, if they share their life experiences to a younger audience or the younger women who watch them, they typically tend to pass on their delusion to the younger women. And I'm just keeping it a buck. That's what I've noticed. I've seen that in a lot of videos. I may start doing some compilations to kind of point that out. I don't have time right now to do that. But one thing I will say with this video, I think Eboni K. Williams was spot on because she brought up a valid point that people have been talking about for years.
The reality that needs to be said out loud is that as black men age, their desirability increases. Thus, their optionality of women is always expanding. And the exact opposite is true for black women. As we age, doesn't matter how much money we accumulate, our degrees or professional accolades, the reality is that our marriage and partnership market value is depreciating with every passing year. No matter how good we look, no matter how fit we are, men are still seeing primarily our presumed dwindling fertility as a knock against us. And speaking of fertility, that is another reason that I want younger black women to seek marriage and partnership in college or right after, if that's what they choose. Because the number of college-educated black men is so low when compared to black college-educated women that we're all going to be targeting the same small pool of men. And as we heard today, on most campuses, there's like 7 black women students for every 1 black man student. Y'all do the math. So here's my advice. If you are a young black woman in college and you know in your heart and in your head that you want to prioritize family, I suggest that you simultaneously pursue that MRS degree right along with that BA or JD. Because the handful of black college-age men that actually do desire to get married soon, and they do share that value system, and family is a priority for them too, y'all, that is an incredibly small pool, and it's shrinking as you get older. And by the time you reach my age, 40, you will be faced with different choices relating to life partnership and motherhood. Now, I'm not saying that delaying marriage or motherhood is a bad option, but it's one that comes with its own consequences. And our women deserve to know on the front end of their decision making instead of on the back half.
Kevin Samuels talked about it. The lead attorney even referenced it. I know O'Shea Duke Jackson has talked about this before, and many other content creators. Men have been speaking about this for years, all while getting chastised about it because this is not something that our community was really taught growing up. So it's outside of the norm for us, and it's really different. But if you take a look at TikTok, for those of you guys who do have TikTok, you'll see a lot of women, again, of the Caucasian community, when they're graduating from college, they also tend to have rings on their fingers. And there's like, just search MRS degree.
She's got her master's degree.
Impressive.
I got my MRS degree.
I've never heard of that. MRS?
Yeah, like a Mrs.
Now, in today's society, typically in our community, some women, or many women for that matter, are taught to go to school, focus on their education, graduate with their degree, maybe even go back and get a second degree, then start to work in their careers. Once you work in your careers, you work your way up a little bit, get a couple promotions, whatever the case may be. Then when you feel like you're ready to start your family, focus on a man, go find your husband, he's out there, or God will send a man to you. That's mostly what our women are taught when they're younger. But what I will say is, if you're a woman who's watching this and you value marriage, you may want to start looking for your husband much earlier than after you're settled in your career. Reason why I say that is because you're racing against biology. And that's something that many of us know, whether you know it or not, or realize it or not. We pretty much know that. What women will say all the time is, my biological clock is ticking. Men don't necessarily have a biological clock when it comes to reproducing like how women do. Of course, there are exceptions to the rule, but just because those are exceptions doesn't mean that those are the rule. You look at people like Al Pacino, Robert De Niro, those are men in their 80s, and they recently had babies. Seriously. But you can't really say that that's the same for a lot of women. They have biological clocks. Now, this is something that I definitely just wanted to bring to your attention, guys, but y'all let me know. Do you agree with what Eboni and so many other people before her had to say regarding this subject? Or do you disagree and think, hey, women should just go to school, focus on their degrees, focus on their careers, advance in their career, then once they settle down, they can do so? Let me know. Comment down below. Tell me your thoughts and opinions on the situation, and I'd love to have a conversation with y'all about it. Thank you so much for watching. We greatly appreciate you guys on this channel, and here's some more growth. Love having conversations like these. Let me know what kind of videos y'all may want to see from us later on in the future as well, because we are working on some compilation videos that we think that you'll enjoy. But for the time being, if y'all have some ideas on what you may want to hear us talk about, let us know. Comment down below. Till next time. Peace.